Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's JudiciousFire, and I am here with Guild Wars. It has been a very long time since we have done a Guild Wars video. I wanted to revisit this topic and take a look at the heroes that I'm using in Guild Wars in certain scenarios and see what their effects are. See how successful we can be. I never miss my Guild Wars. We haven't done a video on this subject in a while. Please hit the subscribe button. Let's keep videos like this going, and we are on our way to 20k subs. Before we look at our team, word to IGG, a plea to IGG, the illustrious creators of Castle Clash, please remove the prestige cap for players of this game. Number one, you are dissuading players from engaging in the grind, and the grind is the sweetest and purest thing about Castle Clash. You want people playing. Prestige cap is reached rather easily. Now, rather easily, that's subjective based on your play style and your opinion. But if you can run a couple of game modes, especially in the 2 times the double bonus hours, you can fill up to your prestige cap in a matter of 20 minutes of gameplay. So you want to keep people playing. Please remove the cap. Allow us to grind and allow us to accumulate prestige, especially for free to play, and be able to get those great heroes that you have available for prestige, as well as the hero relics to get our heroes up in level. Let's take a look at our Guild Wars team. You know what I'm going to do today? I'm going base damage, baby. This is sacrilege. This is, if you've been tuned in since the beginning of the channel, I would every week do my Guild Wars video, and every week I would do a sniping team and just take people out. Well, those days are over. I mean, you forget about that. You can do it with Dynamica, and yeah, I can do that, but I want to have some fun with my new man, Axe Punisher. I love this hero. He's the star of the show. Let's take a look at Axe Punisher. Got Axe Punisher with a Dragon's Cover. Got him with a Sacred Light insignia. I just want tank build. I just want this man to stay alive and keep activating his skill. It's going to smash up the base. I've got him with a cute Kitsune pet. He's got all dodge. He's got energy surge for a dodge boost, as well as basically unlimited energy, even in the face of a gunslinger, and he'll keep activating his skill. With all of his dodge added up, he is at 28,000 dodge, and then in combat receives a 30% dodge boost on top of that. So unless you're running like 36,000 to 40,000 accuracy, you're not touching this Axe Punisher. All right, let's move on to our next guy. What we got? Oh, we got second star of the show. We do have wrong button. We do have Dynamica. He's running Doom Balloon. In case my Axe Punisher doesn't do enough base damage, or for whatever reason gets taken out by like a 50,000 accuracy Dyna. This Dyna is running a Dragon's Cover, a Sacred Light, exact same build as Axe Punisher. Got a Holy Conviction and all accuracy traits on Dyna. And Dyna does a great job of surviving as long as another Dyna isn't set to kill. We've got Anubis. Gotta clear the troops. Your Axe Punisher will be 10 times more effective if you clear the troops. Then those procs that rain down actually destroy buildings instead of hitting useless guardians. I've got Anubis set to just to immediately proc. I have him with a Revitalize insignia, just so I get immediate skill activation. I've got him with a Dragon's Cover talent. I've got him with a Holy Conviction enchantment. I've got all attack traits on the man. And I'm running him with the Mutant Radiant Hawk. I do that for a little damage reduction on him and a little bit of effective healing. So he can hopefully activate 3 times and clear all the troops off the base 3-4 times. I've got Rambard up here. Rambard, to provide some reflect and a little tankiness to the team, to provide a chance for a revive. I've got him with a mini Angie pet, just for nice heals no matter what happens. Got him with a True Piety. I also have him with an Empower insignia. And the reason I have the Empower insignia is if he gets stunned up and frozen and confined and disarmed and all this stuff, he'll still be generating energy and still get his skill proc off with that Empower. And we've got a Holy Conviction on the man and all dodge. I'll come back to that man in a moment. I've got Commodora, Commo with a Dragon's Cover, a Sacred Light, a Holy Conviction, all dodge, and a Rudolph pet for just some heals and removal of negative conditions. Commodora does not have to be hit by anyone or take any damage to activate her skill. She only has to be attacked. And in this game, that means the bad guy only has to think in their head, I'm going to go attack Commodora. So even a miss or a dodge attack counts as an attack, and she starts dropping anchor. So I give her all dodge, and she does a fantastic job. She'll clear a part of the base, almost the whole base, just by herself. And we've got, if the stuff hits the thing, we got to have a backup plan, and that's going to be our buddy, Treantaur. And he can bring everybody back at the end. Hopefully we're not going to have to use him, but if we do, we want him to activate his skill. Not get silenced, not get vaporized the moment you drop him out and fizzle off like some wet firecracker. You want the guy to activate. So this is what I do. I put a revive on him, give him multiple lives, and I give him a revitalize insignia for instant skill activation. I got a Holy Conviction and all dodge on the guy, but really what helps is Fennec Pet. Fennec Pet on Treantaur will guarantee you a skill activation. Guarantee that whatever bad things happen to our buddy Tree, that Fennec is going to prevent him long enough for him to get that revive of your whole team. I think that's everybody. Okay, so we're going to go in here. We're going to go to Guild Events. We're going to go to Guild Wars. We have 4 amazing guilds here on the iOS server, and I salute every single one of you. It is not guild versus guild. It's the guilds versus the game. So let's see what we got to do. I scanned this prior. I think 2 are in Wicked Nation. Yes. 2 are in NPC. And 1 is in Elysium. Okay, very good. So we're going to jump in here and we're going to hope for the best. So we have a 250 and a 249. Let's do it. Okay, Brock Only, one of our long-term and top players here on the iOS server. And we have to clear troops. So first we're going to drop Nubbins. And on the other side, we're going to drop Rambard. I do this just to help Nubbins stay alive long enough that he gets several skill activations, clears all the troops. If Nubs dies off immediately because of some nasty Dyna, or in this case, Boreal Fox is chewing into him, then he'll get a revive out of because of Rambard. So he's got his built-in lives, and he can also be revived. As soon as we don't have any more troops on that base, we're going to drop our buddy Axe Punisher. Axe Punisher, who is in the mid to high 30,000s of dodge. Come on, Nubs. There are other ways to clear troops in this game, like a Zephyrica or whatever, but I like to use Anubis. I think he is still one of the top heroes. He's got an amazing attack debuff. That's something that Zeph won't do. Every time Anubis is activating his skill, he's not just killing off troops. He is lowering the attack ability of everybody on that board who's getting hit by his skill 100 at a time, and making them so weak that when I can drop my Rambard out there and drop my Nubins out there, and they can last a long time. We got that revive now from our buddy, and let's drop Axe Punisher right up against Dynamica. See our buddy Axe Punisher rain down the fury. We are hitting buildings, and not troops. Thank you to Anubis. Our buddy Rambard got killed off, but that's okay. Look at our friend Axe Punisher. Look at all those misses. All those misses above his head, and nothing's touching him. Well, something can touch him. I'm not going to be that bold to say nothing's going to touch him, but you got to be pretty high on the accuracy chart. 54-32. All right, let's go revive our two heroes. Oh, Abo Khaled, we've got one of our top players here in CC. And I fought this base many times. You always come up against the same guilds in Guild Wars. Fought Brock only space several times. This base several times. It's gonna be pretty brutal when I first drop my heroes. Poor Nubbins might get himself killed. I want to quickly drop Rambo in the other side. Give Nub a little bit of a reflect and a little bit of a heal and a chance to revive if he goes through all of his lives. Poor Rambard got killed, but we just want to use those first two to clear the base. That's all we need. Now we're going to drop our buddy Axe Punisher. Axe Punisher brings us to 60% in a matter of seconds. Ooh, it's going to be bad. He's stuck in a Boreal Fox proc. Oh, look at that. Kind of came back from the edge, from the brink. Okay, we're at 85%. That Boreal Fox and all these other baddies on base eventually got my poor Axe Punisher, but he got us all the way to 85%. Who do we want to use? Who do we want to use? Let's use Commodora. Let's see how long she lasts. She didn't last long. Let's use our buddy Dinah over here in the corner. We're at 97. 100%. Okay, excellent. 54-20. We want to jump to NPC. Okay, this one's 2.56 million. It's Chris's base. Chris, one of our top players here on iOS. And top mites. And it's going to be rough on our heroes. I can tell that just based on the team that I'm seeing here. Okay, quickly drop Nubbins and Rambo. And hope that Anubis lasts long enough to kill off those troops. That's all I'm asking for. Just make it like a pain-free Guild Wars. Get us through. I love that last skill activation from Anubis. But it still left quite a few troops on base. Let's try it. If we have our friend Dynamica, he will hit pockets of enemies and he'll clear off those last couple of troops. One more skill activation from Dyna, and then I'm dropping Axe. And here comes the Axe. Man. That is just wicked. I am the only hero I could really compare him to in terms of, and I still got hit and still got killed, that I could compare him to in terms of base damage would be a Minnow. That's really about it. Let's go with our buddy Como. She got us to 97, which allows us to use our Treantaur, okay? And you don't want Tree fizzling out. A lot of guys who can silence Treantaur, lock him up, just really mess him up. So we drop him out there with a Fennec pet. He gets an immediate skill activation, guaranteed every time. 54.82. And 2.5 million. Let's do this one. Bastile's base. Let's see here. Bastile NPC. With a beautiful base design and one of our highest might players here in CC. He's got Dyna and all this. This is going to be the same. I feel bad for Anubis. He's like my, oh, he's dead already. He's like my, my punching bag in this whole process. You throw him out there just to get smashed. Now, Rambard, let's see if we can't get a skill activation out of Rambard. And this is why we put an Empower on him when we're doing one of these kinds of things. And we're trying to get him at some point to proc. And when he does, to bring back our buddy Anubis. Is he going to do that? Did he already do that? Let's throw Dinah out there. And Dinah does a decent job of clearing troops. Not as well as Anubis. Not as well as Zeph, but he does a decent job. And he's already going to accumulate a little bit of base damage with Doom Balloon. Okay, just get 1 or 2 more skill activations in, clear off a couple more troops, and then I'm going out there with my buddy Axe Punisher. Boom, there we go. Okay, let's bring the axe. Come on, bring in the axe. Here it comes. Looks like axe is alive and well. Great. 54-25. We got one more. It's going to be Yoda's base. Alicia Yoda. Okay. Fought this base many, many times. One of our highest might players. And always has a great defense. Let me scan the heroes. I don't want to throw Anubis. It's like in all of these bases, I like to put Anubis in a place where at the worst, Fox is going to get him. But he's not necessarily face-to-face with the bad guys. I don't want people beating on him with basic skill activations and in addition hitting him with, or basic attacks, and then in addition hit him with skill activations. Okay, let's bring in our buddy. Let's just use Axe Punisher from the start. All right, come on, Axe. Look at that. Look at the health going down a little bit. Health going down a little bit, but he's doing okay. He's doing okay. Stick around, stick around. Oh, I got a little healing at the end. Axe Punisher does that a lot. He goes down in health and then gets a little burst there at the end where it's 71%. What we want to do. What we want to do. Spring Commodora in. Oh, let's bring her into the Rambard side. Very good. And she'll just start. It's quick, but what ends up happening is when you bring them all back, Commo does very well. These heroes, and I think it goes to say for all 5 of the main attack heroes, I'm not counting Treantaur, if you just drop out all 5 on the base at the same time, it often keeps the enemy occupied long enough that you just get 100% in like 10 seconds. And you still have Tree as a backup. But it does, it makes it more fun to go one at a time. Okay, 5409. What's our total score? 27,168. 27,168. Very nice. I'll wrap it up with this in terms of defense. And I put out top 10 defensive heroes in a very recent video. In terms of defense, either you get 100% by going like base damage against me, or in that case that, maybe your heroes get silenced or something bad happens, then, typically it's like in that 60, 70, 80% range. I would say it's pretty easy to 100% bases in Castle Clash. Our buildings are made of sand, and our heroes are made of steel. It's much harder to kill off the heroes, especially when you have Dynas. So if you go in base damage against me, you probably 100% me. I think probably head-to-head hero fighting, it can sometimes go either way, and that's the way it goes in Castle Clash, but that's what makes it exciting. So we're trying our best here defensive-wise. I hope the game's treating you well. IGG, remove the prestige cap. Break our bonds, break our binds, break our chains. Give us freedom and allow us to grind. Let's coffee up, grab a granola bar, and jump back in there and do the grind. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy, and happy clashing.